Hey guys, it's Matt. I just wanted to pop in quickly on Friday. Tomorrow, in terms of the date, tomorrow, you know what? 20th anniversary. So, of course, the free voice video I'm going to ask Rob to load is certainly going to be about that. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet. I pulled up the old Mac with all the old clips, the old Mac still chugging, looking at the old clips this morning. So that'll be for tomorrow. Unless Rob's not around, it'll be Sunday, but it should be for tomorrow. I just emailed him. But I just wanted to say a couple quick things again, and then as soon as this is over, I'll start working on the freevoice.io video, and then of course I will announce on YouTube when it's available tomorrow or Sunday morning. In terms of being in a box, in terms of YouTube, I mean, how is this even possible? These numbers, and this isn't a 1 month thing. This is this exact. I get this every month from YouTube Creator Studio, and it's the same month after month after month. It's just like this. So it came up again. I just wanted to show it to you. 400 here, Quantum of Conscience. Here's how your channel did last month. It says at the top, Creator Monthly, September 2021. Here's how your channel did for the entire month. 483 new subscribers. 483 new subscribers on 8.6 million minutes watched. That's almost hard to do. It is hard to do. It's almost, you would almost think it's not even possible for them to put me in that sort of a box. How does that even happen? 483 new subscribers in a month on 404,000 total views. If just 1%, like of all the different videos I put out, if just 1% people found, oh, this is interesting, Aunt Mary might like this, or Uncle Joe might like this, or my friend who is a researcher in aliens might like this. If just 1% send it along and then they subscribe, it's over 4,000 new subscribers. And that's just if somebody like just 1%, like all the videos I do for a month, like 95% were just total crap. Just me, sitting here in a jumpsuit picking my nose, but just one intrigued somebody to send it along. It was just 1%. It's 4,000 new subscribers, assuming I translate into whatever sent into a new subscriber, of course. But come on. I mean, the phrase "this is almost hard to do," it's almost impossible. How do you even put somebody in a box like this? And if anybody's saying, "Well, how did you even get to almost 80,000 subscribers?" How did they allow that? I don't know. And I've been doing this. I've been at this since I don't even know. It's around 10 years. It's around 10 years if you go back to the Texas Shrug channel. The Quantum of Conscious channel gained traction pretty quickly because a lot of people remember me from the Texas Shrugged and came right. Oh, you're back. I was away for 6 months or 7 or 8 months because of what happened with the Chris Hurst campaign when he was running in that legitimate election. When he was running for state senate or whatever. I had a bunch of videos on the VA Reporter, the morning event on the boardwalk, where Vester Lee Flanagan came up to the boardwalk and did his thing, did his two-step, and the legitimacy of that event. And then I had tons of videos. Well, not tons. I had several or 5 videos or whatever on Chris Hurst, and it just was like strike, next day, strike, and then I was totally locked out of my channel, so I nuked the channel myself. Why would I? If they take me out, there's a screen up there for who knows how many months saying this channel was taken down because of inappropriate behavior. I don't know what it says, but it's better to take yourself out if you see the writing on the wall. And at that time, I never taken a penny from still haven't never took a penny from YouTube in terms of ads. Never ran an ad. If they run an ad, it's only because I used what they consider to be a copyrighted work. And at that time, I was thinking, and I did. I went out. I think I had to go get a job and start interviewing. And I did try to for 2 years. I tried to get interviews, and that was just a complete. Once they ran a background check on me, it was a complete waste of time. Who knows what that background check said, but it must have been pretty scary. Anyway, I've told you those stories before, so I didn't want this. Anyway, that's I nuked the channel myself, but then I came back 6 months later with Quantum of Conscience. But anyway, this is just how does this even happen? And how did I, it's yes, they did allow me to get to the subscriber number I am, but it's for probably about a year or so, maybe a year and a half. I've been in an incredible box where you see if Google and their algorithms or whatever, they're able to do this to me. They're able to put anybody into this perfect, into like the movie The Cube, where you just call outside of the cube for a new subscriber. You get 400 a month on 8.6 million minutes watched. Then I am skeptical of of channels at this point. That I never ran up 10,000 a month like some of these channels do. Never. It was always a somewhat of a slow slog for me, um, relative to the way. I'm not going to mention any names, but again, I've mentioned in the past, me and Dan from Scarab Performance channel, we've looked at the analytics of certain channels running up 20,000 a month. I mean, just talking about stupid stuff like Sun Simulator and all. Come on. That's such a system. I'm not saying that person is getting a paycheck from the system, but they're creating the fear, and they're saying exactly what the system wants. So the division, for example, so the system promotes them. So the system right now will probably run my subscriber. They'll run my subscriber numbers up to 120,000 just artificially, just create them with a bot. And then after this speech and diatribe, people I'll lose half of you, because that they could the bot will run me up to 120,000. It's like he's a shill because maybe they'll just do that to me and I'll lose half of you. So I'm trying to get ahead of it. Doesn't mean they're really subscribers. It just they can put whatever number they want. Why this they could put subscribers for Matt. You could come back tomorrow. They could have me above PewDiePie. Is his name PewDiePie? PewDiePie? What's his name? They could run me above PewDiePie. I'd lose all of you because anybody that would be promoted that heavily from the system has to be a shill. They're aware of reverse psychology. This nothing new to they remember that from their Edward Bernays training. Anyway, all right, this is the more important part of this video. I was thinking about this recently, and it gets back to the theme of simple is always best. Coming back to the half-page explanation of reality, uh, transmutes the fear and the stress and all the anxiety that these truth videos bring, and worry about what are they bringing down on us next regarding what's going on now, or returning to the one line. And this is returning to something just as simple. And I've never really heard it talked about this way, but I've been thinking about it recently. Is there any chance that all that we've gone through and we've kind of come out the other side in terms of what we can see, what we can see through, dropping of veils, identifying fake events, identifying fake presentations, everything we've gone through ourselves? Some people call that a spiritual journey, whatever it may be. We've all gone through something. On the opposite end, I maybe shouldn't use this term, but I've called it going through the bog. That's not a very great connotation on a spiritual journey, but you know what I mean. We've gone through something, and are we completely out the other side? No, but we're pretty close, right? So the point is, could have we have gone through all this and achieved what we have achieved personally for nothing? Could it all be? And you could see that it couldn't possibly be for nothing. So does that mean we've already won? Well, no, yeah, yes, but no. We all feel we have a lot more to do, but the point is, if certain things happen, could it all be for nothing? Where whatever your religious beliefs are or spiritual beliefs, we die for whatever reason. Somebody dies in a car accident tomorrow, and the Buddhists were right, or the Hindus were right, and or, you wake up in another Tibetan Book of the Dead. You wake up in a consciousness inside of another body or inside another avatar, or the recycling people and the Saturn Moon Matrix people are dead, and just come in with a mind wipe and here we are to go through another lifetime again and with knowing nothing. And I just don't see how it's possible considering all we've been through. Isn't that worth something? And in terms of putting our fingers on exactly what it's worth, we don't know, but we all instinctively sense it's worth something. In other words, um, you know, Matt or anybody that sees what we see, gets hit by a car, or whatever, all we've achieved in terms of being able to see through things, understanding ourselves, that's all going to be for nothing, just going to go back in another body? No, at some point, doesn't the achievement itself carry weight in ways we don't even understand? I don't have a good analogy for it. Like somebody that spent 10 years under as an apprentice to be a carpenter. Their grandfather was a master carpenter, and they can build tables, almost whittle the legs themselves, and just whatever a master carpenter. They've becoming the master carpenter. So is there any situation where that what the person has achieved in terms of maybe they've never started their own business or never gone out on their own, but you can't take that away from somebody, right? At the very minimum, they can say, well, my grandfather just died, and I'm going to set up my own little carpentry business, and they're going to know exactly what they're doing. They're not going to lose the knowledge. It will carry forward. It won't carry into the next life. I'm not saying that, but what they've done, can be used. It doesn't go away. What we've done, I, it, so we're just going to wake up inside another body, and that's it. Just start over again. All we've learned, all we've achieved for nothing. All the things we can see through for nothing. And now that I'm thinking about it, um, maybe maybe there is a possibility of that. But the last bridge is to I'm just thinking of this now. Assure ourselves or make sure that we didn't go through this for nothing. Maybe that is that last little bit, that whatever aspect of ourselves is not here. I do whatever that means. People talk about higher self. An aspect of ourselves is not here. It's outside this little ridiculous snow globe incarnation. Making sure we communicate with that aspect of ourselves, if that's the right way to put it, that we're not doing this again. We've learned too much. We've done enough. We've climbed out of the bog. We've gone through the bog. So maybe it's just a confidence, or having the confidence that we've learned enough. We've gone through the bog, and we've stepped back up onto the shore, and we're not going to do it again. And to make sure all aspects of ourselves understand that. Maybe that's the last piece that we never get to. But it's still simple. Did we go through all this for nothing? No. But maybe the creeps just keep us away from one little bit of understanding. And if they do try to hold back that a little bit of understanding, I think it's the last piece, that an understanding to ourself, and what you expect to get is pretty much, a lot of smart people say, is what you get. I talk to myself and all aspects of myself, whether here, there, or somewhere else, that we've done enough here. I ain't doing this again, and I'm out of here. And there ain't going to be no little gremlins that work for the Saturn Moon Matrix that are going to be able to stop me and trick me into anything or anything like that. And I think if you can see through the trick here, I think that would translate as above, so below. Then I would be able to see through the trick there. So we can completely see through the tricks here, but then at death they're going to trick us back into a white light or back into a body. No, that's probably what the as above, so below is. If I can see through the tricks here, I've probably trained myself adequately or fully to see through the tricks there. So I'm not going to worry about it. I have complete confidence, and as you should as well. And the point is back to a very simple sentence. Do we go through all this for nothing? No, there's no possible way we went through all this for nothing and have the sight and vision that we have for nothing. So basically, if you believe that, I don't know, can you just say it? We've basically already won. Seriously, I believe that. I really do. Stay with this channel for fun.